writer Karl May lived in this house in Radebeul near Dresden. Now it's home to a legendary rifle. The writer said he personally brought it back from a trip to the Wild West.
This is the famous silver rifle of the Apache chief Winnetou, Karl May's most famous fictional character. It's an object that Karl May treasured and is still important for many of the visitors to our museum. Karl May described it in Winnetou Volume 1. Winnetou's father supposedly adorned it with silver nails.
Winnetou, the Apache chief, and his friend Old Shatterhand, the cowboy, are the heroes of Karl May's Wild West adventure stories. May's best-selling tales of the prairie and the Orient have delighted readers since the late 19th century. His books have sold more than 100 million copies and have been translated into more than 40 languages. Karl May's stories have been made into successful movies and are performed on open-air stages, like here in Bad Segeberg. Karl May is still a best-selling author today.
This was the first book without pictures that I read as a child.
The stories transport you to the world of the Native Americans and the vast prairies. Wonderfully written.
I think Karl May has changed our image of America and its indigenous people, and also our fundamental understanding of justice.
And yet, it was all make-believe. Karl May even donned the role of his heroes. He had Winnetou's rifle secretly made in Dresden and had himself photographed with it. The author claimed, "I am Old Shatterhand and I personally experienced everything I tell." Was he fibbing to increase sales? The failed schoolteacher had experience with counterfeit identities. Disguised as a doctor or a police officer, he defrauded people of money and was jailed several times before earning his living as a writer. His readers believed that he had experienced the Wild West himself, and they were fascinated. Thousands plunged into his adventurous world as cowboys or Indians. They sent him fan mail and photos.
Adults dressed up as figures from the novels, Winnetou and Old Shatterhand. And here this fan cult surrounding Karl May is palpable. This is how his readers experienced him, and these photos were very important to Karl May.
In the town of Ruderau, this spirit lives on. Everyone in the Fisher family is a member of the Buffaloes, a club for hobby Indians. They make appearances at events and hold lectures at schools. Today, they're cooking an authentic Indian recipe. Unlike Karl May, Jerry Fisher really did get it directly from Native Americans.
I devoured the Karl May books, and because my interest just kept growing, I tried to get to know these people myself. I mean, the Indians.
In contrast, Karl May had never met a real Native American when he began writing his stories. It was all a product of his imagination and the books he read. May was 66 years old when he first traveled to the American West on money earned from his books. He returned with genuine pieces of Native American clothing, which are now on display in the museum.
In Germany, everyone knows Karl May and Winnetou.
We were very moved when Winnetou died. We had tears in our eyes.
You watch these films and you start thinking about what friendship and love are.
Karl May's stories had great influence, and dyed-in-the-wool fans probably still believe that the silver rifle made for the author really was Winnetou's weapon.